Understand that procrastination comes from fear. The moment you realize it's just fear, you can really turn things around. In today's video, I really want to give you simple, actionable tips to beat procrastination for good. You might be feeling stuck, exhausted, overwhelmed, or even perhaps burned out. And it's really important to kind of check in with yourself and understand that procrastination comes from fear. Fear of rejection, fear of success, fear of the unknown, fear of an outcome. So the moment you realize it's just fear, you can really turn things around because you understand that you are onto something. If you're feeling fearful to complete a certain task, it might be that you actually know that a better outcome is waiting for you. But my first tip, usually if I catch myself feeling really overwhelmed and exhausted and procrastinating a bit on the task I've got to do, I list things I have to do and I start with the simplest one, the easiest one to do. So it might just be to respond to somebody on WhatsApp or to respond to a simple administrative email or to make a phone call. I would start with the easiest task. Now, most people, most coaches, most things I read, they've always recommended starting with the hardest. And really, it's never worked for me. It actually makes me want to procrastinate even more. But what I found is that when I start with the easiest task on my to-do list, I actually kind of have a feeling of reward, of excitement, of momentum, because I've got that one thing done. And then I go to the next easiest task, and then the next easiest task. And then you find yourself in movement, in a rhythm that you are propelled to actually take on more tasks. For example, if today I have to do a bunch of things and there's really one goal I've got to make that I procrastinate, I will start with all the easiest tasks and get that good feeling of happiness and feeling a sense of achievement for doing that before I get the call. That really helps me and puts me into just the mood to do more. And it kind of breaks the overwhelm and the anticipation of all the things you have to do. So really the best advice I can give you that you can start today is start with the simplest, easiest task on your to-do list after you listed the things you've got to do. Now, the other things I do is I always leave my gratitude list journal near to my computer or on my desk. And what I do is if I catch myself just stuck, I just can't write the email. I just can't do it. I can't make the phone call. I would just open my gratitude list journal. I'll put it here because I've got things written in there, but I would just open it and I would just journal 5 things I'm grateful for about my day in the middle of the day. That instantly makes me happy. It makes me feel good and want to do more good things, because when you feel good, you do better, you feel better, and you've got better outcomes. So I would just start with the easiest task to beat procrastination. And then I would fill myself up with gratitude. Now, people might have other hacks, but I found the most practical ones were actually those 2. Of course, the third one I really want to give you as a bonus is your environment. You've got to adjust your environment, and nothing will ever equal to a clean, neat, organized desk and workplace. That is super important. I've noticed myself when I work in certain environment, I am a lot less productive as opposed to other environments. And personally, I love putting some flowers, a candle on my desk to make it just the work more enjoyable, to make myself my favorite coffee and just get to work with the easiest task. You don't have to be so hard on yourself to just deprive yourself of those extra goodies that just make life so much more fun and easier. You don't have to go the hard way to achieve your goals. You can make the journey fun and with little sparks throughout the day. And that is what I would do. Also, usually when I write in my gratitude list journals, I would just write things about my work I'm grateful for, things I have done. I would really focus my gratitude list on that moment on work to beat procrastination. So the same goes not only with work, but also let's say you have a really disorganized, messy household right now, and you really want to clean up your storage, your bedroom, your living room, and you just procrastinating. The pile of clothing keeps adding up at home. What will you be doing is start with the easiest task. Maybe you want to just fold. Maybe you want to just start by taking all the trash that's laying around in your home and start putting it in the garbage. I would definitely put on some music when I clean up, or I would make anything to make the work, to make it more fun. So I would put music on, I would talk to a friend while I do the work. So again, the principles I'm sharing here that are start with the easiest task. Practice gratitude and actually write it down, because there's something transformative when you put pen to paper. That doesn't happen when you do it virtually. And then I would just make my work a pleasure. I would either move with the rhythm of music. I would just let myself enjoy the challenge. And it might be on my desk, as I said, some flowers, a delicious tea or coffee, or it might be putting some music, but just making the work a little bit more sparky and enjoyable. So those are my tips for you. And I really want you to start incorporating them in your day-to-day life right now. They're so easy to do. They don't cost you a penny, and you can start today. So make sure to let me know how you're going with those tips. I will answer you in the comments below. And also make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.